Well, I became acquainted with a walrus when I was lost at sea.
Shut the front door. You were lost at sea?
Yes.
Who are you, Rudyard fucking Kipling?
In 1959, I was back on a boat on the Gulf of Anadyr, which is the southern coast of Siberia, the Chukchi Peninsula. Perhaps the best years of my life. My culinary capabilities in small seafaring vessels earned me my passport to the world. As a matter of fact, it was my magic with the halibut that landed me the chef's position on the Anastasia as we traversed into Soviet waters exploring.
Wait, so this is like, what is this, like Cold War stuff?
No. We were in search of the Siberian great white.
A great white shark? No way.
Yes, and the Russians call the hungry god the whale eater. It's purported to be 25 feet in length with some 3 tons on him.
What? Holy shit, did you find him?
No, we only found death off the Chukchi Peninsula. In the inky heart of night, the Anastasia collided with an iceberg. And I watched the ship disappear in minutes into the Black Russian Sea and heard the screams and the crew silenced in the Siberian brine.
So what happened after the boat sank?
I was alone. Alone, all alone on a wide, wide sea. And never a saint took pity on my soul in agony.
Rhyme an ancient mariner.
Well remembered, Mr. Brighton. Well remembered. But you know, when the screaming stopped, I thought I was alone until something very swift and frightening moved by me. The many men, so beautiful, and they all dead did lie, and 1,000 slimy things lived on, and so did I.
God, how scared were you?
Oh, I don't mind admitting I was terrified. I know you've probably been scared a few times in your life, Mr. Brighton, but I would wager to say that you've never known true terror. And I became intimately familiar with terror that night as I swam. I kicked at the water and stroked for I knew not where. It was so pitch black. So I swam deeper and deeper into the ebony void, and I prayed that whatever brushed by me was now feasting upon the expedition crew instead.
Sweet whistling Christ.
I awoke on the shores of a very small island, regurgitating seawater and discombobulated beyond belief. And then as I stood to my feet, I saw the sweetest sight my orbs have ever taken in. I saw my savior. I saw a walrus.
A walrus? A walrus saved your life?
Yes. This curious fellow loomed over me with tusk as tall as silent Charybdis. But it was as gentle as a milking cow, and it took me into its blubbery body to keep me warm as if I were a newborn chick, you see.
Unbelievable.
Yes. And though I couldn't know what he was called by his Marine brethren, I named him after the only authority figure I'd ever known and ever trusted in my entire life. It was a janitor at a boys' home I had attended, whose name was Mr. Tuskegee. So I called my companion Mr. Tusk.
Mr. Tusk. That's cute.
Well, cute is for Chinese babies, Mr. Brighton. But my walrus companion was beautiful. I have never known such a fulfilling friendship with anyone, human or otherwise. And for 6 glorious months, I was at utter peace. And I knew the only bliss this wretched life has ever afforded me.
What'd you...
There. It'll be all right. It'll be all right, Mr. Tusk. Always do sober what you do drunk. That'll teach you to keep your mouth shut.
Hemingway said that.
Yes, he did. And he said it to me.
I don't want you to go to Canada tomorrow.
It's for the podcast. It's what I do.
I travel around and I interview weird or interesting people.
So look out, you crazy Canucks! Wandering Wallace takes a raunchy road trip up to the Great White North.
Hello. I'm an old man who has enjoyed a long and storied life at sea. And after eons of oceanic adventure, I know I do not wish to spend my remaining years alone when I have such stories to share.
How far is Bifrost from here?
It's about 2 hours from here.
It's about 2 hours away.
I hate American guys.
Good evening.
It's nice to meet you.
Could I interest you in some tea?
So what happened after the boat sank?
I was alone, and then something very swift and frightening moved by me.
A walrus saved your life?
The walrus is far more evolved than any man I've heard of, present company included.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you?
There. It'll be all right, Mr. Tusk.
He hasn't called me in 3 days. I'm worried.
Why are you doing this?
Are you really mourning your humanity? I don't understand. Who in the hell would want to be human?
I'm so scared. This guy wants